Within hours of an urgent call for parents and pediatricians to be on the lookout for the mysterious complication in some children, the number of cases ballooned in New York State.
I understand why parents would be anxious. I think everybody should be.
64 children in New York have now been diagnosed with what is being called pediatric multisystem inflammatory syndrome, believed to be a response to COVID-19. The rare complication marked by fever, red eyes, rash, or upset stomach, and in some cases, cardiac arrest. Late today, the American Heart Association putting out an advisory to pediatricians. Dr. Jane Newberger from Boston Children's Hospital says she's never seen anything like it.
You were on a call with 1,800 other doctors from around the world. How concerned is the global community about this?
Well, I think the global community is really concerned because this is a brand new event.
8-year-old Jaden Hardawar had no pre-existing conditions. His family and pediatrician never even knew he had COVID-19, but he ended up on a ventilator in the ICU after his heart stopped.
Right away, they started applying CPR on Jaden. At that point, I grabbed the cell phone and called 911.
These cases are rare, but they seem so severe and so unpredictable. What does a parent need to know?
So I think most parents, first and foremost, need to know that this is rare. And at the same time, they shouldn't fail to seek medical attention if their child is sick.
So far, no deaths have been reported. The CDC says it is now studying the syndrome, trying to learn more before more children get sick. Kristen Dahlgren, NBC News, New York.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.